Yeah. What up, good people, and welcome to another episode of Keep It Thorough, where we give you the real behind business health, money, and self development, and introduce engaging concepts to help you elevate your performance in all areas of life. I'm your host, Cedric Lavelle, joined by my counterpart, E Double.
Your
Yes,
boy
sir.
E Double, and we coming at y'all live and direct for
Woo!
episode 100.
100. 100.
100, man.
Yes, sir.
2 seasons. Each season's been 50
Yeah.
episodes. We about to, we did the
Yeah,
giveaway.
yeah.
About to announce the winners at the end of this episode.
Already.
And we greatly appreciate all the participants and all that. We'll get off into the giveaway a little later. But again, episode 100, and the title of this episode, which I think is perfect for the end of the year, and our last episode of the year, um, you know, rolling and closing out the
Yeah, yeah.
year, is focusing on your finish. How to use your vision to accomplish your
Oh, yeah.
goals. So real good episode on tap as always. And without further, look, I'm forgetting
That's
the
that. That's the
whole little
excitement,
process.
man.
I'm
That's the
excited.
excitement,
You know what I'm
dog.
saying? But as always, be sure to check out the kit that corresponds to this episode on keepitthorough.com/kits. And be sure to podcast with us wherever you podcast, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And yeah, we appreciate y'all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and kick this thing off,
Let's
Sid.
get to it, man. So here's the real. The proverb says, "Without a vision, the people will perish." I think many people might have heard that proverb before. Without a vision, the people will perish. Well, with no vision, rather, the people will perish. And what that means to me is if you aren't clear on your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, things that you want to achieve, you will spend every day of your life not moving in a direction to fulfill the purpose and the plan that you were designed to pursue. You have to have a vision. You have to have something in your mind that you wake up every day to that gets you motivated, that drives you, that influences you. And I believe that everything starts and ends with a vision. If you think about a sports team at the beginning of every season, what do they want to achieve in the end? They want a championship. They want to be that team that's holding up that trophy in the end. They visualize that moment. They have a vision of being champions. That's their completion of their season. That's the finish line that they're wanting to get to. But in order to get to that finish line, obviously there's things that go on in between that time. So when you're focusing on your finish and you're using that to achieve your goals, you recognize what the end looks like. And the vision is meant to guide you and sustain you and keep you focused, because what's important is that you do the work, commit to the work, follow through on the work in order to experience completion and reach the finish line that you're working towards.
Hey, 1000%. And to go right into that, right? About your vision. So having clarity in your vision is like the North Star, right? It constantly provides direction, and then it keeps your path illuminated. So when you kind of go through some of those tough times, right? So, and then sight, right, which is vision, is imperative when doubts surface and challenges seem overwhelming. And it's an anchor during stormy trials and a catalyst for change, right? So, like you said, vision is very important, and then having clarity in that vision is extremely important.
Absolutely.
It's one thing to want something, it's another thing to want something and be able to explain how you're going to obtain it.
Right. That's big.
And that second part, I feel like a lot of people lack, right? And me myself in certain situations, right? Like when we first started this podcast, if somebody asked me what the podcast was about, I might have been able to struggle to explain it to them right
Right.
away. But now when I explain our podcast to someone, I'm able to say, Keep It Thorough is a podcast about business, health, money, and self-development. Our podcast is for high performers or people looking to improve their performance.
Absolutely.
It's very simple. I know what the vision is and I can articulate it. But with that being said, right? So consistency and adhering to the vision is equally important. So as it's not about what you do sometimes, but about what you do all of the time or most of the time,
All right.
right? And we mentioned that a million times. So every step, every decision, and every effort should align with that bigger picture. And then consistency forms an unbroken chain of actions leading you to the finish line, right? So as you're consistent and you're forming those habits, it's creating that chain of actions that leads you to where you want to go. And then it teaches us that slow or small progress is better than no
I
progress.
love that.
And it brings us, right? Hey, I repeat it again, right? It teaches us that slow or small progress is better than no progress. And it brings us closer to accomplishing our goals. So the key lies in unwavering focus and continual investment in our aspirations. You got to stay focused. You have to have a vision. You have to have clarity in that vision. And then you got to consistently execute. It's really as simple as that.
That's big, man. And I think with the vision, right, to see a vision manifest, and it's almost similar to what you were just saying. You have to have a strategic approach to a vision. Like you were saying,
Strategic is the perfect
a
word
lot of
too. Like,
times people may have a vision, but they don't know what in the world to do to achieve it. What steps do I need to take? What moves do I need to make? Like how do I go about doing that? And it has to be understood that just a vision isn't sufficient enough. You have to have more to it than just the vision. It also requires just an understanding of how to bring that vision to life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel the vision takes a certain level of imagination. You have to have belief. You have to have values. And those things will put you in a position to have an opportunity to realize what your vision is, right? So when you think about imagination, right, you have to have this imaginative power that really allows you to see that vision and envision it on the most grand scale. Like don't put any limitations to what you visualize. And I think a lot of people do that as well too. They may think about something and then they'll think, you know what, maybe that's too much. Or maybe I'm thinking too big. Or
yeah.
maybe I'm not in a position right now to think like that. And you can't do that. Like you really have to invest into that vision and be limitless with what you're visioning. Like, don't even put boundaries on it. Don't even think about what it is that you don't have or what you can't accomplish. Because I remember it was an episode that we did a while back, and I can't remember specifically what episode it was, but yeah, I think you made a reference to this. But understanding that whenever you're visualizing something, you can't put limitations on it.
Oh
You
yeah.
you 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 can't put yourself in a position and think about what you don't have because you never know what's to come as you progress within that vision. As you make the necessary steps and you make the necessary changes to achieve it, there can be an opportunity to where the things that you didn't have, you will get them later on down the line, right? But you have to use your imagination and be limitless and boundless with what you're visioning. And
Hey,
go ahead,
I
Rob.
think that was
No, go
my
ahead.
bad. No, I think that was I think it was Dame Dash, man. And I don't remember the exact quote. So again, paraphrasing, which we do
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
often. But he said something along the lines of when you're dreaming or within this context, when you're pursuing a vision or crafting a vision, it should almost seem
Right.
unrealistic,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Because like you're like what fun is it or what's the challenge in creating goals that are easy to
Yeah.
accomplish, that you can accomplish, right? So it's like dream big. Like your visions, they should be realistic now, and we've talked about that. But and what I mean by realistic is just possible. It can be hard,
Right.
but it
It's
just
possible.
possible,
Yeah.
right? So dream big. Don't waste your dreams on little small things. Like, no, shoot for the, what's the saying? Aim for the moon. So if you miss, you land amongst the
Yeah.
stars. Like aim, like shoot high, man. Like as high as you can.
You got to do that. And in addition to that, you just have to have a sense of belief. You have to have an unwavering belief because, like E just said, there's going to be challenges with anything that you're wanting to accomplish. Because as the saying goes, if every if everybody wanted to be successful, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody be successful. If achieving success was easy, everyone that you know would be successful in shape, form, or fashion. If it was easy to be a millionaire, everybody would be a millionaire. If it was
Yeah,
easy to get out of debt, everybody would be out of debt. If it was easy to be a successful business person, everybody would be a successful business person or an entrepreneur. Whatever the case may be, if it was easy, everyone would do it. It's not. That's just the reality. There's challenges that are going to come with everything that you want to do. You have to have a sense of belief in yourself that is unwavering, that no matter what happens, no matter what obstacles that you come up against, you're not going to be defeated because that vision means that much to you. You are committed to what it takes to achieve something exceptional, making no excuses, not allowing anybody to interfere with what you're wanting to do, not allowing anybody to dismiss your vision because you hold it close to you and you know what you want to do and you believe in what you want to do. You have to have it. You have to have that sense of belief because that faith in what you're wanting to do and what you wanted to achieve, that's what's going to help carry you along those moments where obstacles, challenges, problems, all these things, detours come about. You have so much faith and belief in what you want to do that you're going to get past it. So you have to have that sense of belief. And then the next thing is just having those values. So identifying things that are essential to your vision and having those things, these things are just going to be your principles. You have to have principles. You have to have things that are guiding you towards what you're wanting to achieve because if you don't, you're going to easily steer off the course. Like you
yeah,
don't have if you don't have anything guiding you towards the destination that you're looking to get to, everything is going to be a distraction. You are not going to be able to stay focused. You say that you're going to commit to doing something at one time, you're going to make every excuse of why you're not doing it. Like, and I
yeah,
remember Kobe, rest his soul, but Kobe was saying how, you know, he had non-negotiables. If he said, I'm going to commit to doing whatever at this time, this is what I'm doing. I don't care what's going on. I don't care what time it is. This is the commitment that I'm making, right? And so you have to have principles. You have to have things that you stand on, you know what I'm saying? Things that you commit to, things that you prioritize. You have to have these non-negotiables, whether it's with your time, whether it's with your effort, whether it's with your energy, whether it's with the people that you interact with. You have to have those things if you're wanting to achieve a vision. So focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on the vision, focus on your beliefs, focus on your imagination, focus on those values. And those would definitely be the things that help sustain you and bring you over the finish line.
hey, like you just said, man, the values act as a guide, right? And in my first segment I mentioned, clarity acts as a north
Yeah.
star. And those things go hand in hand. Like if you have values, it allows you to not be steered off, off
Yeah.
path, right? Or for someone to come in and shake up your idea, right? Because you're not confident in it. So somebody can come in and oh, well, you should do it like this. Oh, maybe I should, or when you go through difficult times, you don't really believe, or you don't have a set of principles that you're standing
Yeah.
on, so it's easy to kind of knock you off or distract you, right? So well said, man. So moving on, right? We love to make things tangible. We love real world examples. And I think a great real world example of that persistence, being relentless, and overcoming challenges. um a good example of that is Jeff Bezos, right? So we all know who Jeff Bezos is, right? Unless you've been living under a rock for the last, I don't know,
10,
20
20
years.
years. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But so he's the founder of Amazon. And his story highlights the, power of a clear, bold, and far-reaching vision. And now we talk about, aiming for the stars. This was a major vision. um
Stars,
and
moon,
what
galaxy.
he
Lit,
right, a
hey,
whole nother galaxy,
literally.
really. Right. But far reaching vision. So, in the mid, for those of you who are not familiar with this story, or maybe you are somewhat familiar, in the mid 1990s, Bezos recognized the potential of the internet to revolutionize commerce, right? So commerce, shopping, how we shop, things of that nature. And believe it or not, especially for the young ones that listen to our podcast, there was a time where you could not shop on the
Yeah,
internet. You actually had to physically go to the
that's
store,
crazy.
and it wasn't no 2 day shipping and all
No.
that. But so he envisioned a platform that could offer customers an almost unlimited selection of products with just a few clicks. Now that doesn't sound crazy right now because it's a
Yeah.
reality, but at the time it was a far-reaching, idea, and there was a lot of skeptics and a lot of critics. So what started as an online bookstore blossomed into an everything store and redefined how people shop. So Bezos' unwavering belief in the future of e-commerce drove him to take significant risks, invest heavily in the infrastructure and technology, and then his foresight and determination laid the foundation for Amazon's exponential growth, and it transformed it into one of the largest and most influential companies. You know, and Bezos' ability to articulate, which is a very important
Yeah.
word, right? Bezos' ability to articulate and pursue a compelling vision was pivotal to Amazon's success. And that goes back to a point we were making earlier. If your vision is not clear, if you don't have that clarity, if you cannot articulate it, it's going to be very hard to accomplish
Right.
it. If someone is to ask you to give them a, 5 minute, or not even 5 minute, give me a 30-second elevator
Elevator pitch.
pitch of your business, or your goals, or your whatever, you have to be able to do that. And if you can't do it, that means that it's not clear,
Right.
you know? And I understand that not everything in your vision or your goal can be, explained in 30 seconds, but you should be able to hit the high points in a few moments that then may pique their interest where they want to
No
know
more.
more,
Yeah.
right? So ask yourself that. Ask yourself what your goals are, right? A lot of people do New Year's resolutions, right? What are your New Year's resolutions? See if you can, um, lay those out in 30 seconds. And then, give yourself another 30 seconds and see if you can explain how you're going to accomplish them, you know? Um, but it's very important to be able to articulate that vision. But Bezos was not focused on the short-term gains, and instead was steadfast on prioritizing long-term goals over immediate profits. So I don't know if a lot of y'all noticed, but Amazon operated in the red for a significantly long time
Mm.
because he reinvested all of the money back into Amazon because he wanted to build out the infrastructure and the technology to get it to where he wanted it to be. So for a while, their balance sheets did not look the greatest, and they, which again was shaky for investors. Like, are they doing? And I actually remember this.
Yeah.
Like, I remember people talking about this. Like during their earnings calls and stuff like that. But him doing those things and making those sacrifices allowed Amazon to weather challenges and setbacks while staying true to its core mission. So this commitment led Amazon to become not only an e-commerce giant, but facilitated its expansion in the cloud computing and entertainment. And if y'all know anything about AWS, which is Amazon's cloud offering, Amazon had actually, and they still are, they were the first large and successful cloud computing company, and they technically still are the largest. Now there's companies like Microsoft that are gaining on them significantly, and they're using a lot of market share, but they're still a leader in the space, and they were the first big successful company in that space. Things like Netflix, I don't know if it still runs on Amazon. It probably does, but things like that, right? And Netflix is not a small
Right.
company by any stretch, right? Um, but very, very important, right? And Jeff Bezos' story, it underscores the profound impact a visionary mindset can have in driving innovation, shaping industries, and creating legacies. Now, everyone does not need to be a Jeff Bezos.
Right.
The point of this is not to create a world changing company, right? But what we can and what anybody can take away from his story is the importance of a clear vision and being able to articulate that vision, right? Now, staying consistent to that mission and not letting short term issues affect your long term plans. And that's what we all can learn. So, whether you want to lose 15 pounds in the new year, or you want to start a new t-shirt business, or you want to just be more present in your children's lives, or be a better wife, be a better husband, you want to travel more, whatever your goals are, we all can learn from Jeff Bezos the importance of outlining a clear vision, being able to articulate that vision, and then staying consistent to that mission to make sure that we can accomplish it, and not letting small short-term obstacles steer us off path,
Right.
right? We need to stay on path and see it through.
That's major. Major key doing that. You know
Major
what I'm
key.
saying? And one thing that really stands out to me with Bezos' story, and this just goes to what I was saying about your imagination. You know, it started with books. That's it.
Books.
It was books. You know what I'm saying? Like you when you think about what Amazon is right now compared to what it started at, it's like, wow, that's imagination. Like that's seeing far beyond what the present is and really having a long-term focus on what you want to achieve, and then being able to reverse engineer what the vision ultimately is. It's like, okay, I know I may potentially want to get here, but what are the necessary steps that I need to take in order to get here? What's my starting point? You know what I'm saying? Like if we're saying focusing on your finish, you have to have a starting point. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
have to have a place where you know, hey, this is what I ultimately want to get to. But in order to get to that, let me start here. What's the lowest hanging fruit? You know what I'm saying? That's one of the terms that I use. What's the lowest hanging fruit? What can you attack right now? And what actions can you take that are going to render the results that you need, that'll drive you to the next phase of that vision? You know what I'm saying? And for anyone who has a desire to accomplish something, you have to, one, think different. And that's one of the things that that's in our tagline. No more, impact daily, think different. Your thoughts have to be different. But then with that vision, you have to be able to break that vision down into parts and identify the specific things that have to be done. So when I say reverse engineering, you have to break the vision down into parts. You have to look at it in a way where it's like, okay, I know this is what I want to achieve, but what are some of the specific things that I have to do in order to achieve that goal? One of the things is going to be visualization. You have to visualize it. I said that earlier and I'm going to say it again. You have to be able to regularly visualize what you want to come to fruition. It has to be on your mind constantly. You have to
Yeah.
eat, drink, sleep, thinking about the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
when you talk about athletes and their obsession over wanting to achieve something, they think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm
Constantly.
constantly. It's always at the forefront of their mind because why? They visualize it, and because they have that image, it's something that drives them. It's something that keeps them motivated throughout the day because they continue to see this picture. They continue to see what it is that they want to achieve and where they want to excel at. And that's what's keeping them going no matter what obstacles and what challenges are coming up against them. That keeps them honest. That keeps them accountable. The next thing that you want to do is you want to plan. You want to be able to break down your vision into small, measurable goals and lay out a plan to take action. Like E was just saying earlier, a lot of people may have a vision, they may have goals, but you don't have action. You don't have a plan. You don't know what specifically that you need to do to achieve those goals. You have to sit down, have that strategic insight, and work towards facilitating something that's going to allow you to make the progress that you need to achieve the goal. That's it. Plan it out, write it out, be as detailed as you can be.
Hey, and I want to emphasize that
Yeah,
part. Most people are visual,
yeah,
okay? Like most. Now there's some who aren't, but in my professional career and in conversations and trainings and all those various different things that I've been to, it seems like most people are visual. And what a lot of people do is they try to like memorize
yeah,
everything. Like, and you're not going to memorize everything. You're not going to remember everything. So like put it down on paper, write it down, right? And look
yeah,
at it. Cause it does something to you. To it's one thing to sit and I think it goes to your point, right? Said about visualizing, right? Like it's one thing to sit in your head, think about it. It's another to write it down
and
and
look at
look
it.
at it, right? And look at it. And now you can edit it, you can tweak it, you know, but very, very
Very,
important to write
very
things
important.
down. I know it's played a huge, part and role in some of my successes because I have to write things down. It helps me with planning, it helps me with strategizing, it helps me with
Yeah.
budgeting. It just helps me with all of those different things. So write it down. Write
It
it
helps
down.
you connect the dots. It helps you be able to
Yeah.
strategically draw from one area of that vision to the other area of that vision with precision. You know what I'm saying? It makes it more detailed. It gives you a better opportunity to see clearly what direction you're going into. I mean, if you're looking at a map and you have a destination that you're trying to get to on the map and you're starting from here, yeah, you can think about it in your head, but once you have that map in front of you
Yeah.
and you
Hey,
dotting it out and like, oh, okay, okay, maybe if I go this way,
that
I
is
can
a
get there
dope
quicker. You know what I'm saying?
that is a dope that is a dope concept or a dope analogy, bro. Because when you're using Google Maps or back in the days when we was using MapQuest, you don't just look at it
Yeah.
once.
You go
You
back to it. You
consistently
refer
got to
back
look at
to it.
that map to make sure
Absolutely.
that you're headed in the right direction,
Absolutely.
right? And then like when you talked about obsessing over that vision, like write it down, put it on your refrigerator. So that every time you walk past that refrigerator, you looking
Yeah.
at it, right? Like that's a way of obsessing. That's a way of keeping it at the forefront. And then right, and now you walk by, and now it's almost looking at you, right? Like
What
what
you
you
doing?
what have
You
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 done
are you
to
pursuing me
accomplish
today?
this,
You know,
right?
it's like
You
a
know,
relationship.
like
Or
yeah,
it's that it's like the girl that you're chasing rather, or the man that you're chasing. In this case, we'll say girl. The girl that you're chasing and you're pursuing her, right? Because you have this vision of like, oh man, she's beautiful. Oh man, I want to get with her. You know, whatever the case may be. But you have to take that time to like pursue it. Like you have to go after it or her. You know what I'm saying? But if
yeah. Don't say
right,
it, man.
but
Don't.
you have to you have to put in that necessary action in order to get to whatever it is that you wanted to get to. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
next thing with that is just skill building. You can't achieve anything if you're not building your skills. That's not going to happen. That's just being lazy. That's being lazy with the vision. You're not pursuing the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not putting in the time, the effort, the energy to do better at achieving anything if you're not working on your craft, if you're not pursuing any type of skill set or acquiring any skills. When we talk about getting paid more at your job, in order for you to get paid more, you need to know more. You know what I'm saying? You have to acquire a skill set. So you want to do that. Next thing is just connection. Surround yourself with people that are going to support you. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded and that can help you propel you, help in propelling you towards your vision. That's useful. And then the last thing is just perseverance. You have to maintain a relentless, persistent pursuit to your vision. Adjust the plans if necessary, but never the vision. Stick to the vision,
Yeah.
whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? If again, like the map, you see where you're trying to go, you see what the end is. No matter what, If you got to take a detour, if there's a roadblock that you come up against, you know what I'm saying? If there's a highway that's closed, take the detour, move, but stick to the vision. Stick to the vision, and if you do that, you'll get there.
Absolutely, man. So in conclusion, and then in
I felt that,
summary,
man. I felt that in my
man,
toes.
man, no, me too, me too. But so in summary, right, and in conclusion, I'm gonna use a quote. So in the words of the late great Nipsey Hussle, stick to the script. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Build it a brick at a time.
Mm,
Simple,
like that.
right? So the race towards your vision is not a sprint. And honestly, it's not even over when you cross the finish line,
That's the
right?
key part too.
Which a lot of people don't realize. So the race towards your vision is not a sprint, right? And again, it's not even over when you cross the finish line. The power of vision propels you past countless finish lines, and each end is a new beginning, which is also important to realize. Because as you go through this journey called life, once you accomplish something, you're not done, right? And then in most cases, once you accomplish said goal, there's a lot of things that you need to do to maintain it.
Yeah.
So if you want to start a successful business and now you successfully start and create that business and now it's profitable, now there's new things that you need to do to sustain it.
Mm-hmm.
So so yeah, you cross one finish line, but now every year you got
There's
to
another
cross another
finish
finish
line.
line. So very important to remember that, and each end is a new beginning. So remember the best views come after the most challenging climbs in this
Mm,
journey. So having a fixed focus on your vision and accompanying it with determined effort is the recipe for transforming your dreams into a reality. And so as we close out this year, our season two of Keep It Thorough, and then we celebrate our 100th episode, I want everyone to know that we're on this journey with you.
yeah. Absolutely.
And that's the reality, right? Me and Said got goals and aspirations and visions. And some of the things we're still working on outlining and documenting and putting on paper and executing, right? But one thing that I hope can serve as motivation to a lot of people is like the consistency that we show.
Yeah.
So for 2 years straight now, every week we have delivered podcast episodes. And these aren't, a bunch of BS where we're talking about current events and gossiping about folks and individuals, but delivering real content to help you perform better in all areas of your
Yeah.
life. And that includes business, health, money, and self-development, right? And as hard as life gets sometimes, we got to be thankful for what we have. We got to practice gratitude and be laser focused on our goals and ambitions. And during this time of year, it's amazing for a lot of people because we all get to spend time with our friends and our families, and we kind of get a break from work, kind of can unplug, charge them batteries and reset. But I also want to take a second and acknowledge those who don't look forward to this time of
Mm-hmm.
year, right? Because maybe they don't have a lot of family, or maybe they just lost a loved one, and this is a real challenging time of year for them, right? And for those individuals, stick in there, you know, find someone that you or some folks that you are close to that you appreciate, that you love and they love you, and try your best to enjoy it,
Yeah.
try to and then lock in on your plans and goals and visions as you go into the next year as well, right? But I do want to take a second and acknowledge those folks because it's not all happy for everybody,
Yeah.
during this time of the year. But again, man, we did you have anything you wanted to add, Sid?
Nah, man. That was good. That was good, man. That touched my heart. Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter.
But man, we greatly appreciate all of y'all who have been on this journey with
Man.
us, man. Like,
Yeah.
and it legit has been a journey. Like when I talk to people about our podcast, or people come up to me, Um, and they're like, you know, and when I was even telling people we're celebrating 100 episodes, they're like 100 episodes, like wow, like that's amazing, like that's a huge accomplishment, like. And then you know we get to talking about how it came about and how you know we've officially only been a podcast for 10
Yeah.
months, right? Like we weren't on Spotify, Apple Music, and even calling this a podcast when we first
Yeah.
started. It started on, you know, on
Instagram Live.
Instagram
Mm-hmm.
Live, and it was just a segment that we did. You know, it was Keep It Thorough Thursdays, right? And you know, the vision was the
Yeah.
same. You know, we wanted to provide a platform to spark discussion about business, money, health, and self development, but the format was just a little different, right? And the way we delivered the content, but the core theme and strategy and vision
The
was the
same. Yeah.
same, you know. But as we've grown and this has grown, you know, it's kind of morphed into what it is now, and like we got a lot more in store for y'all as we kick off season 3, you know, top of the year. So again, man, you know I know I speak for both of us when I say we greatly appreciate all the
Oh yeah.
support, all the new followers, you know the new YouTube subscribers, and we literally get you know views on all of our videos every
Yeah.
week. We literally get people who listen to our podcast every single
Yeah.
week, and the numbers are continuously growing, man.
People
So we
read the
greatly
kits every
greatly
week.
appreciate y'all. Yeah,
Read the
read the
kits every
kits,
week.
right? Like, so you know, it's amazing. But we got a lot of stuff coming in store for y'all to kick off the
Yes,
new
sir.
year, and I'm excited. And if y'all, you know, if I ask anybody who's new to this podcast and this platform to just go to YouTube, right, and go look at our first, second, third episode when we were doing the lives. You know,
Yeah,
like I
man.
asked you to go look at that and then come check out this episode, and then you'll see, you know, where we started versus where we are now, and you know, you'll see that consistency and that relentlessness and that you know mission to improving and getting
Right.
better and you know, just all of those things, right?
Quality.
We didn't have a website, we didn't have hats, you know, we didn't, you know what I mean? We didn't have a lot of things, but we had a
Yeah.
vision,
That's it, man.
and that's what it comes down to, man.
Absolutely.
So with all that being said, man, I know a whole bunch of y'all done tapped in, and y'all, you know, y'all like, where my money
Yeah,
at?
yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm
Let me
saying?
tell me if I'm getting that
We
money.
right, I'm getting that
Yeah,
money, that
yeah.
moolah,
Shmoney, the shmoney dance.
the shmoney dance. So, hon, I need to let me grab a piece of paper or something so I can write these individuals down.
I
So
don't know if we don't have
man,
a
I wish I had
drum
a
roll.
little drum roll or something.
I don't know if you can hear that.
You
You
want to know what? I do got a drum roll. I do got a drum roll. Hold on.
know what I'm saying? We don't usually pull out
I do.
the
We're gonna pull out
the
all the
stops
stops for
from the
episode 100, man.
100.
And you know, we normally get these over with in like 20, you know, 25, 30 minutes, but you know, it's a
Special
special
occasion.
occasion.
You know what I'm
It's a
saying? It's a
special
100,
occasion,
100 episodes. You know,
you know.
this journey has been a lengthy one. It really doesn't seem like it's been too long. You know what I'm saying? But we've invested quite a bit of time into building out this building out this platform. And it's only
Nah,
gonna
stop
get
playing.
better.
It ain't gonna let me.
It's only gonna get
It
better,
ain't gonna let me
man.
do the drum roll.
It's only gonna progress. We're gonna take more strides, more accomplishments, more
All right,
ideas,
we got we gonna have to do an audible drum roll.
innovations.
But so the way we gonna do this, man, is we gonna announce, you know, first person that we announce is gonna be third place. Second person we announce is gonna be second place, and then the last person we announce is gonna be the grand winner, first place, first place prize,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So with all that said, let's go ahead and let's do this shuffle, man. Let's go.
And this is going to be the winner of the $25 Visa
The
gift
$25
card.
Visa gift card. Yeah, yeah. So let's get it. It is spinning in the winner is Mr. Benton Taylor.
Benton Taylor.
Benton Taylor. Let me see. His Instagram username is white underscore widow underscore Taurus.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Benton Taylor, you have won the $25 Visa gift card. Let
Congratulations.
me yeah, congratulations, man, and thank you. We appreciate the support. Appreciate you. We appreciate all y'all for
Participating. Oh yeah, for
participating
sure, man. For
in this
sure.
giveaway, man.
The turnout has
So let's keep it
been
going. Let's
wow.
man, the turnout, yeah, it was man,
More
it
than what we
actually exceeded our
expected.
expectations. Yeah,
Absolutely.
so we appreciate y'all. All right, so let's go. Let's run it back. So second place, y'all win Keep It Thorough hat. I'll get y'all information. So second place, Miss Annette Russell Coronado. I think hopefully I pronounced that
All
right.
right.
Annette Russell Coronado. And let me see here. Where is her username?
Congratulations to you.
Why don't I see her here?
That,
Oh, there we go. Oh, and that's actually her
Instagram name
Instagram
too.
name as well. Like, yeah, so it shows your name that you want to display, and then it shows your actual username. And Annette Russell
Bet.
Coronado, you have won the Keep It Thorough snapback.
Now the beautiful thing about these snapbacks, this is the first of its kind. You know what I'm saying? The snapbacks are the hats that we introduced from the jump when we
Yeah,
when we
perfect
first
quality,
started
and
this thing.
these are completely custom too, completely custom by the way, and they valued at $40. So that's a good win for sure. All right, so now let me see if it's gonna let me do my drum roll, man. I'm
Oh
trying to get the
man,
drum roll. It ain't gonna let me do my drum
I ain't even gonna
roll.
try to make the noise to do it because I know I can't do it.
It ain't gonna let me do
I
my
mean, I could beat on the table. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't know if anybody can
All
hear
right,
that.
so let's see. Let's go ahead and spin that
You know what I'm
thing.
saying? Here we
Oh,
go for that $100.
and the winner is Angie Kelly. So we got Angie
Ooh!
Kelly.
Yeah, yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And let me see the what is her username? Is eris.can.swatch.chaos.
Okay.
Chaos with a K. So hey, congratulations, Angie.
Congratulations.
I want to say thank you to everybody who participated in the
Yeah,
giveaway.
yeah.
This is the first of many, and we just wanted to do something to celebrate the time of year it is. It's the season of giving, and then we also wanted to celebrate and find a way for y'all to celebrate with us our
100
100th
episodes,
episode.
man. We in
So
three digits.
um hey, three
That's
digits, man, it's
wild,
crazy.
man.
But we want to wish all y'all a Merry Christmas, a
Happy New
Happy New
Year. Yeah, yeah.
Year. We take the last couple weeks of the year off to regroup, recharge our
Yeah.
batteries, because we need some much needed me time and family time, just like everybody else.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back at y'all at the top of the year,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you got anything you want to hit on,
Nah,
said?
man. I agree with everything you said. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. All that good stuff. Enjoy time with your
Yeah, happy
family.
Kwanzaa,
You know what I'm
happy
saying? Every,
what
every everything in
what is the
between.
other holiday that I am drawing a
I
blank
don't
on?
I don't I
I
don't
am
know. Hanukkah.
I feel
You said
bad.
Hanukkah? I don't know.
Hanukkah. There you go. I
Okay.
said
All right.
Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa.
Whatever
Merry
whatever you
Christmas. Whatever
celebrate,
whatever it is you
enjoy it.
celebrate.
Um, Continue to have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey,
say,
be
man, be
thankful.
thankful. Show
Lead with
gratitude.
gratitude.
Yeah, man. And
And
let's
y'all know how it go, man.
let's get it.
If you don't do nothing else,
Keep it
keep
thorough.
it thorough. And we'll holler at y'all at the top of the
Yes,
year.
sir.
So deuces.